Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to the workbench. This is going to be one of those. We're inside, then we're outside, and if things go right, we don't have to come back inside again, right? Okay, follow with me. It is fortuitous that we've got an unmounted set of canyon trails up here, freeing up a set of wheels, because fantastic supporter and unofficial Patreon, and we'll just call him channel member, even though I don't do the membership thing, because then it feels like a job. I don't know. Anyway, Shaker MT from the great state of Montana, he sends me tires, and if I get tires, I'm gonna test those tires. So today's test subjects, we got 4 bags from Voodoo. Voodoo KLR Trail Specs in the soft yellow trail compound, and you'll note here in the small print, Halo foam optimized carcass. Oh, this is very fancy. So to accompany those, the craziest foams I ever saw and done seen, Halo web wraps, Airdown for trucks up to 7 pounds. Now, that's where we arrive at a question mark. Bing. Which is, when I look at the weight of a rig, I don't count the weight of the wheels and tires. So most rigs here would qualify as under 7 pounds. So as we have fresh footage that I don't have to reestablish a baseline, because we established a baseline very, very recently. This will be the guy mounting them. The beautiful Blackjack will be mounting these up. He's 7 pounds 3. So if he gets into like a side hill situation or anything like that, and it looks like these air downs are just folding over, Jake is going to jump in. Jake is like 5.5 pounds. So Jake is definitely in the weight range for that. I could have gone GFO as well, but Jake's a lot easier to change tires on. So this is going to be the guy that is going to test these. And the way we do this is I staple. Ooh, do love a Ziploc bag. So the air downs consist of is that 1/2 inch, 13 mil wide? I do have a thing right here. These are 3/4 of an inch wide, and they are very firm. And then the outer looks like a pond filter, and I'm guessing wraps around like that. So that's how you get the air down. We will see how that. Well, these are definitely foams that don't have to get the heat gun treatment to be rocks ready. We've opened one of those, and I love that KLR doesn't, like, it's just a staple holding the bag shut. I don't have to cut it open. Oh yeah, these are soft. Full belt. We've got some little S sidewall ribbing. That's really soft. They stand. I still haven't built my little jig that I promised. I think they call them 4.7s. They're 4 5/8, 117, 118 millimeters, which should be perfect because that should be right about a canyon trail. Widthwise and height-wise. It might be a millimeter or 2 shorter than a canyon trail, which is the tire that is what is establishing the baseline. If anything, if the editor is good enough, he'll have footage of that running in the background. So the way these work, the way a tire quick view works, as I cannot speak to longevity, durability, any of that stuff, we do, particularly with tires, we kind of have a format, which is where we unbag everything. You're getting to witness. I will ventilate 2 4mm holes at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions on the tire using, where are you at? Leather punch. And then I will mount them. I will mount 3 of them and then I will come back and I will present to you comments upon ease of mounting, because mountability is point number one that we look at. So I am going to turn loud music on, and I'm going to vent and mount 3 of these tires, and we will see how it goes. So once you get that big floof in there, which, to adapt and paraphrase well, admittedly, a joke about drunken sex from Greg Davis, getting that big pond filter of a foam in there is like trying to thumb a marshmallow into a cat's anus. Once you get past that, they mount up beautifully. They really do. The big squishy outer doesn't try to get into the beadlock ring like a typical open cell foam would. So what you get, gotta go crisscross. They mount beautifully, and they feel, now, I know bench feel means little to nothing, but they feel really, really good. So, that outer foam feels so oversized when you're trying to get it into the tire. And then once you're successful and you do it, they really do feel really good. I have high hopes. I believe someone had suggested in the comments quite some time back. They were like, "You got to try some of those KLR Trail Specs." Well, here we are. I got out of the crisscross, and now I can't remember which one I tightened. I just got to go all the way around again. There we go. Do we have 6, 6, and 6, and they're all tightened down? Yep. I can't do 2 things at once. It's not sure it's possible. I have gone to a manual technology, the old vessel made in Japan, an analog to get Phoenix wheel nuts on and off, because the stupid 5mm nuts, man, on the portals. Blissfully, the straight axle just goes to a regular size axle nut. I can't get it off. The only tool I can get to work, I've broken so many tools to tighten these, I just get a cheap 8mm socket, and I turn it down on the lathe so it'll actually fit inside of a beadlock, shove a couple O-rings down it so that the bolt doesn't fall in. Let's see how these look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those look nice. They look, it's a very similar attitude and appearance. They are effectively the same height and width. So this is, but boy, let me tell you something. I say feel is not super indicative, and it's not, but boy, do these feel different. These could not feel more different. Let me throw these on, and we'll get this thing sitting down, and we'll see how much air down we're getting at, just slightly above the recommended weight. I have to say, it looks fantastic. I was anticipating the Airdown to really drop, but we do not have that. Oh, there's a battery still in there. I've been to this town before. No idea how much sauce is still in that battery. For new visitors, your test subject for the day, and with how good the tires look, hopefully it's just going to be this guy. This is Blackjack. Blackjack is a Vanquish Phoenix Portal, but has had his VFD twin replaced with an Amazon dig gearbox that has a forward mounting plate to mount the motor forward. So his CG, as you can see, an SDRC RS700 Low Pro, as you can see, he doesn't have anything, nothing even comes close to the top of the shock towers. And which is good because he's running a beautiful and undoubtedly one of my favorite bodies of ever, a Killer Body Marauder 2, which when you get all the bits on it, it's not a flyweight. The body's about 20 ounces. So this guy is eminently capable, courtesy of an extremely low CGH, and he would be potentially unbeatable were he to have some sort of less attractive body on him. But I absolutely love this body. And a theme and a trend of the Canyon is to build rigs to fit bodies. As I look around me, half the rigs here were built to fit a specific body. Why not? Let us see how this do. I've got an established baseline from our good friends lurking in the back, the Canyon Trails. They did remarkably well on this rig, I think perhaps due to the extremely low center of gravity. He does have a non-crawler weight split. He's got 51% forward weight and 49% rear weight, so more like a mid-engine sports car's weight distribution, but he has perfect cross weight, almost perfect corner weighting, very close to perfect corner weighting, and he drives extremely well, as one would expect from a Phoenix. But why talk about how well he wheels? Let's go see. We do the usual. We go to Slick Rock. We go to the angle at Drybone Valley. We're going to take him on the side hill, precious side hill. We're going to get some more dings and dents on this guy today. Then he's going to do Daphne's other line. And then from there, we'll just we'll go loosey-goosey from there. And I feel so positive about these. I have heard nothing but good things. I think they look fantastic. As much as I love the all silvers, I don't know. I might like that better. We'll find out. Let's go test. I tend to place some not significant amount of emphasis on the feel of the drive from the workshop back here to the course. It's not that far, but I feel like I can tell a lot. And they look good. Like, they feel good. They really do. But it's not until we, this is the test of direct forward traction. Gotta get ourselves positioned in. Also very cold. Bit of lug noise. Quite a bit of lug noise. There we go. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Interesting. Let me get one more of those in before I present any sort of a thought on that. Just kind of trying to watch here. It's tough to judge wheel speed going into an obstacle cold. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I have an issue. Not with the tire. I mean a personal thing that dwells within me, which is I tend to hit every line exactly the same. And every tire isn't exactly the same. So I just needed to take a little more left-hand attitude. Yeah, the ground clearance is effectively identical to what I've got with a Canyon Trail. This is the height of 465. It's a Canyon Trail. That's nice. That's real nice. This is passenger side on this one, this being right-hand drive. So I'm gonna try to remember to call it left and right. Left front did not slide out, and there's a good angle there to cut. So when it's pushing, the right rear has got a lot of thrust. So it wants to pivot. So if that guy doesn't wash out, that's good. And we'll see if we get a belly hang here. It's generally a good opportunity for belly hang here. Keep the bumper inside. Now there's pink rock. There's a little bit of sun hitting it. It's just off. It's just off the corner of the right front fender. I basically want to stay in this slot. There's a slot between the big guy here and the pink one. You want to keep as tight in there as you can. It's too easy to push wide either direction. Getting quite a bit of bumper hang here. That's my fault. Come on, give me some purchase. Okay, it's a little high on the big rock, but driving really well. And by driving, I don't mean overall like turning a steering wheel. I mean forward motion. It has good drive. I got up too high. Yep, I'm up way too high. Can I get out of this? This was not the rig, this was me. Got that rear bumper stuck in pretty good right there. Our ability to extricate, that was nice. The ability to get out of a problem is as valuable, if not more valuable, than the ability to get into a problem. Just kind of pivoting it on the rear bumper here. I've got too much. I'm dug in too much. It's almost like, yeah, there we go. Give me a little more. Give me a little more. Don't cut back too soon. Yeah, I mean, so we don't come out of a test doing exactly what I wanted, but I think this is what happened there was, I think, more informative, because I did what I just said I shouldn't do, which is I try to hit every approach exactly the same. I got too far left, I countered too far right, but this guy with these tires on there extricated himself from it really in an excellent position for exit. You want to stay up across that there. And you know what? Damn these black wheels. I think it's black wheels. I think I'm gonna have to change all the hardware on these wheels. Yeah, a drag brake test seems superfluous. Yeah. The tires, these tires will grip as well as gravity, so it's not gonna be an issue. And being 5149, you can there we go. there are some advantages to a non-rock crawler weight distribution. Now, as I said, okay, hold on, I gotta watch this, the breach right here. See, you've got rear tires just up on a wall, and it's a little off cambery. It's trying to push him towards the tree. So take some steer angle out. What can we get? Ah, yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh, get it high. Again, then it goes into the same thing, a little platform. This is an instance where the rig's current setup, a little more forward weight would be here. That tire is trying to do a lot. You can see daylight between the left front and that rock, and then obviously the right front is just out in no man's land. So dig it back down and try to reposition. There we go. Yeah, this is a, okay. Notes, I've got a note. This is a not maneuverable. Like I can place this tire. I can work the tire to put me into the exact spot that I want to be in. So like right here, I'm too high. So the dig pull, always test the digability. Fantastic. And like right there, okay, look at that low side, the right front. I thought there would be a ton of roll, like that would just be pushing over. Somebody did their homework, because the combination of that 3/4 inch donut and that giant pond pump filter, that's tremendous. And this might be one of the few times in Canyon history where we've got a tire and a foam like specifically designed to work together. And so far, like how high he is right there. Okay, this is a real teller right here. Watch that low side front. There's a little rock about 2 inches in front of it. Are we gonna catch that rock, or are we gonna slide and roll out? No, we are gonna catch it. Okay, I gotta take a little steer angle out right here. Now the rear end is either gonna slide, stick. We got slide, stick, or roll. It's one of those three. A little less steer angle in. That's like perfect deformation on that front tire. I think I'm still too high. So this is a position of rollout right here, but the ability to hold that, like I said, that's a 20-ounce body. So we're definitely seeing a combination here of a very low CG combined with a tire that's just locked to the ground. So, like, I can do this. This is where that's insane. Okay, tire wise and rig build wise. Let me wax poetic about the rig build a little bit. That's like 50 degrees side angle right there. It's got all four tires all the way down. I don't know if it's inexplicable. I don't know if I can get out of this, because I've gotten to, well, turn down and power out, I'd probably get out. But those times, like, I'm just sitting here talking. Like, I'm just holding the radio by the bottom. So I'm just sitting here talking, and that thing is locked to the ground. Like, ordinarily, I talk about feel in these a lot. I would be able to feel if that rear end, the high side rear tire was lifting, stuck. This thing is planted. So I am just gonna one-hand it. We're just gonna see how it throttles out. Perfect deformation on the loaded tires. Now it's getting there. So we are going to choose this on the web. We are going to, I don't know what you found on the web. We are going to choose discretion. That was really good. Note to the editor to insert some footage here. We can do a picture-in-picture or something of Blackjack flailing a bit at this on the canyon trails. Like the canyon trails did pretty well on this breach. I do straight up over this rock on this breach. They did a little better than this, but I might have been more to one side. I might have been there, and I think I was. Now let's see. Yeah, I don't have enough bite to dig it. Okay, so the beauty of how much hold we have, Fusion Pro combined with these tires, and like a perfect, look at the bag on that tire. It's got that perfect air down to it. Right here, okay, that tire that's airing down right there is in a spot where you've got to have a ton of grip to claw up over that, because you can see it's in a cup. It's in a C shape that wants to hold the tire. So that getting the tire to break over that is something a lot of tires don't want to do. Like a rupture will do it, but a rupture's kind of big. So for a tire at, like, say 4 5/8 tall, which is what these are, to pull that, we will see. I got the nose way too high. Okay. Little slip there, but that's okay. If it's a positioning slip, yeah, they have a lot of grip. Even unloaded, that front tire is not really on much. Okay, that's too far wide. But let's run with it. Bellied up. I want to stay on that rock if possible. That's an angle of oh. Yeesh. That was user error all the way. I couldn't decide left or right. And again, part of that could have been I chose an approach angle. Like I tried the same exact approach angle that I would have tried with canyon trails. These are not canyon trails. Yeah, see, I don't know how it worked out, but the rock that the rears are on compared to the rock that the front is on, it just worked out this way. They are positioned perfectly. You can see they're right there just under the wheelbase. So you get stuck. And trying to sidle your way onto this, there, that's where I want to be. But I want that rear to push, almost pushed a little too hard, and then we're gonna belly up. Yep. I'm getting funneled. There's the spot. Oh no! Come back, come back, come back. Ah. Learning curve. I knew those mirrors weren't gonna last. That crack was the driver's side rearview mirror. All right. I gotta find the traction angle. All right, let's go wide right. Yeah, see, wide right. These tires, as they call them, trail spec. I'm over into dirt, so it's a little more trail spec. They have got a lot of traction. Yeah, I'm out of frame. That's fine. That climbing this angle right here, it's not exactly easy. I just cannot. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to try the other slot here. I can't find the angle that I need. I keep getting too high on there. All right. Okay. All right. There's that spot, low tire. Tire tests come with rolls. And maybe I should have thought about the recipient of these tires a little more. No. So far, these are the tire. Let's see if we can't snap off the passenger side rearview mirror before this day of damage is done. Gotta find your placement here. There it is. Yeah, and also you'll note moments where it would appear I'm giving it too much juice. I gotta see how I gotta see bumpability. I've gotta see how the real low speed, how it crawls up. I have to see that moderate, like what I call a wheel spin climb, where you're just kind of grab. The very low speed seems really quite good, and what we will call for the time being positionability. Positionability is really, really good. I had a fender flare stuck there. I'm trying to get the bumper unhooked, and there we are. Also, what have I got? We're gonna have to hit Savage Lands a little because I want to see performance on mixed a little more. This is more raw. I've got the rear tires loaded pretty well, but I want to see the performance on a more mixed surface with some more dirt in it. This is pretty well packed in. This particular obstacle group also has the added bonus of being in the sun. Yeah, that 50 149, come on, little settle. Here. He can get wheel high. He can get wheel high like nobody else. This is a real rough approach here. I gotta remember to have a bumper. Nice. We're gonna go deliberate bump here, even though I know we can make it at low speed. Very loose. Ooh. He was actually doing better on the low speed. Come on, pivot. Got that tire hung in there. There it is. I'm impressed, honestly. These are really good. And this was pointed out, again, to people who haven't followed along. This is my third almost Phoenix build, right? This was built from a Phoenix kit. So I have 3 Phoenixes, but only one has a Phoenix body. One has a TRX 4 Sport with the camper. This guy has the Marauder. They all come in about the exact same weight. So effectively what I'm saying here is, if you're running a Phoenix, these are gonna be really, really good, because you're gonna be right in this same weight range. All 3 of my Phoenix are within a quarter of a pound of each other. There's a 4-ounce range, despite them having different wheels, different tires. One has a VFD and straight axles, VFD twin and straight axles. One has a VFD twin and portals. This one has an Amazon Dig gearbox and portals. They've all got different stuff, different servos, different electronics. Well, they've all got fusions. So maybe you put a fusion together with these KLR Trail Specs and the Halo Airdowns, and you've got yourself a winning combination, because this is, okay, I want to see this just 50 plus degrees right here. Just gonna try low speed, just nothing. It's so good. They're so good. I have, and this is not a thing. I'll tell you right now, this is not a thing. I have no complaints about those tires at all. Would recommend? Absolutely. If you're a canyon trail operator, and I understand this, I own 5 sets of canyon trails. If you're a canyon trail operator, these are like canyon trails, but really good. Like, if they make the economy version and the pro version, this is the pro version. They kind of drive the same. But when you get to a spot where you think, oh, I can't make this, these trail specs are like, yes, you can. Just the tiniest little bit. And I'm a huge fan and proponent of side lug. These tires, above all others, and this is counting everything I've run, everything I have, these tires have an ability to where, like, what I'm doing right now is, on this ascent, I'm using a fairly static amount of throttle input. And I'm just using this. A little bit this way, a little bit this way, pull it that way. Want to get up that face right there? There we go. Like, look at the point that that thing is climbed out onto. Bonkers. I think I might love these tires. They're so good. But I will say, if you are considering purchasing them for a rig, like particularly a Phoenix, these are 100% Phoenix recommended. If you're considering purchasing these, I would absolutely recommend that you get the Airdown foams as well. They're blowing me away. They really are. And as this is a quick review, we cannot speak to longevity or durability. The rubber feels good, and it doesn't feel super thin, super tacky like a J-Concepts green or anything like that. It feels a little more substantive, a little firmer. And I hope that's good. So here's what we're gonna do right here. We're just gonna head on up to the top of the mountain. Still haven't named this mountain. I feel like a mountain needs a name. It's not a mountain without a name. That's a good angle right there. That's a good looking beast right there. I'm very happy with these. Slide that rear. Now see, I can tell right there, like he was really off angle there, but I could tell he wasn't gonna roll out. There's that 5149. And just the little bit of repositioning of the front tire. Oh man, they're so good. They're so good, everybody. This has to be the tire that in a quick view I've been most taken by. Really. Mountability, I would give a solid B+. I can't give them an A because it takes about a minute to get each one of the outers put into place. After that, they just slap together. So B+, A-. Let's go there. Forward drive is an A. Side hill ability is an A+. Might be the best side hilling combo I've seen to date. For a rig that was built effectively around canyon trails, which this was. Now, like say if you're running VXTs on your Phoenix, these will be like getting out of a 1993 Geo Metro and getting into a Ferrari 458. I mean, like you will feel as if you are stuck to the ground with these. It's that perfect marriage. It's that perfect marriage that cancels out the wants and desires of someone who is inherently cheap, which is I want to buy Tim 10 dual stages from Amazon and put them in canyon trails, and they work pretty well, but they don't work like that. That is, I'm pointing at a frame. That is something else. That is something else. Absolutely recommended. If you've got a rig around the 7-pound area and you get a set of yellow compound KLR Trail Specs with the Airdowns for 7 pounds, well, imagine that. They fit and perform perfectly. No complaints at all. And that might be a Canyon first. There's no caveat. I feel like these are a tire that will break in a little and the traction will get a little bit better. And it's really good now. That positionability is almost more valuable to me than just pure forward drive. In terms of a dig tire, pretty good. Descends fantastically. It did everything really, really well. I would say that if you have a essentially box stock Phoenix, which I have Argentum, which is my portal Phoenix, and he is effectively box stock, tires like this would just be outstanding. Unfortunately, he's on J-Concepts Tusks and they work remarkably well. I feel like these would be even better, but I am going to discard any temptation to try these out on him. These tires belong to Blackjack. These are Blackjack's tires now, and they are so good. So if you're looking for a set of tires to give you the warm and fuzzies on your Phoenix, I think these are brilliant. The scaling is there, the traction is there, everything is there. These are disgustingly good. So with that glowing review, and we don't ordinarily get a glowing review in a quick review because I am by nature a glass half empty sort of gentleman. Or more accurately, who left this half empty glass on the counter when they could have put it in the sink? I'm that guy. I don't do glowing reviews, and aside from the Fusion Pro, so this thing has got some of these are a few of my favorite things. The Marauder 2 body, absolutely glorious looking. The KLR Trail Spec with the Halo-carcass and the halos. The Fusion Pro and the Phoenix. Like, this might be right what I'm looking at over there, and I can't even move the framing off of it because it's so good. It might be the guy. Like, there's always the question, if you could only have one, and his name is Blackjack because he's rig number 21. If I could only have one, it might be that. It might be that. It's so good, and it's so pretty. So we're going to close it on that because I feel out of this world, ladies and gentlemen. That everything today exceeded my expectations to the nth degree. So thank you so very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do put them in the comments below. I will do my very best to address them. If there's anything that I didn't mention about the tires, please do mention that as well. If you enjoyed this at all, like, subscribe if you haven't. It doesn't cost anything. Do tune in for the next one. We do these all the time. If you want to see other tire reviews, we've got plenty of those in the past. Servo reviews, we do servo tests. We do all kinds of stuff out here at the Canyon. And in times when we're not wheeling rigs around, we do stuff like this didn't spring out of the ground. And by we, I mean I did all this. We move a lot of rocks and we move a lot of concrete. So thanks for the very final time for watching. I hope this was informative. I hope if anyone was on the fence about KLR Trail Spec Yellow Compound with the Halo-carcass, which is a mouthful, don't be on the fence. Just get them. Good. And yeah, tune in for whatever's next if you feel like it. For how long? I don't know. Oh, she was listening for a while. Yeah, we'll wrap it there. Thanks, everybody. As per usual, in the closing of these, when I can remember to do it. Between now and the time when we meet again, it would please us all here at the Canyon if you were to one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.